Hey, tell me something there, your royal majesty. You know a lot of shades. You wouldn't happen to know an Orpheus, would you? Spindly little thing, whiny voice. Heard he's officially serving in your court, making music.
Of course I know Orpheus, we're mates. Wait, why do you ask?
Your mates, huh? Just as long as you don't count on him for anything. Hasn't even mentioned me, has he? Well, if he ever does, you tell him I am doing great. I'm great.
Say, Orpheus, you wouldn't happen to know the nymph Eurydice, would you? Tall, woodsy type. I get the impression maybe you know each other.
What? Why, yes. I know Eurydice. Or, I once knew her, I should say. Why ever would you ask me such a thing, my friend?
I saw her, mate, in Asphodel. She's doing fine up there, all on her own. The two of you used to know each other then?
We more than knew each other, Zagreus. We were husband and wife. She was my muse. To think that we are doomed to be apart during our afterlives. Oh well.
Ah, well. Don't you have a message I could bring to her if we should meet again, something like that?
I do not wish to trouble her again, my friend. Speak not to her of me, all right? I have my memory of her. It is enough.
You can't be serious.
What's the latest, hon? Anything been happening down in your fancy house lately?
Well, you mentioned Orpheus. My father had him locked up for a little while for refusing to sing, being court musician and all. But he's out now and doing okay, I think.
Not following instructions, huh? Sounds like Orpheus, all right. Well, if that's the most exciting thing you've got going on, then I haven't missed much being out here. Hey, hun, what's going on? Speak up. I know when something's up down to my roots, and something's up.
Well, it's just, I think I wanted to tell you more of Orpheus, since he's court musician in my father's house. Calls you his muse. Says he misses you terribly. I thought you should...
Orpheus said all that, huh? Tell you what, the next time you run into him, you ask him about the time that he came all this way to try and save me, even though I was already dead. Can you guess how that turned out?
Yes, I do believe I can. Look, I didn't mean to upset you.
Yeah, well, neither did he. But you know what? Actions beat intentions, hon. Now here, how about a treat and you can be on your way?
Orpheus, I saw Eurydice again. I couldn't bring myself to do exactly as you asked. I sort of mentioned you.
You what? Oh, what I meant to say was... Oh, did you perchance get the impression she yet harbors toward me feelings of resentment and the like?
You seem to be a bit of a sore subject, yes. What happened to the two of you, if I may ask?
Oh, it's just... I almost saved her soul from this domain back when I lived and breathed. But in the final moments of my rescue, my faith faltered. She is lost to me forever now. Though I'm pleased to hear she isn't lost to you.
I'll have to get to the bottom of this later.
Pray tell me something, Zagreus. How is she lately, Eurydice, I mean. Her hair, fall colors or full bloom. Her poise, as proud and supple as the oak.
She's all right, Orpheus. Seems comfortable within her little place in Asphodel. The only thing that seems to bother her at all is when I mention you. Is there nothing you can do to patch things up?
Alas, I cannot change the past, my friend. So no. As you can plainly see by now, I'm dead to her. rightfully.
But that's just a technicality. I mean, you're here, she's there. So what if you're not breathing anymore? You have all eternity ahead of you. Don't you want to see her again?
Don't I want to see my Eurydice again? Why, yes. That more than anything, my friend. Provided she wanted to see me. I tried once to disturb her everlasting rest, as you well know, and that did not pan out as I had hoped.
You're not making this easy, Orpheus. Say, Orpheus, Eurydice told me your songs, some of them came from her. She seems quite brilliant. You choose your muse as well.
I owe my everything to my Eurydice. She authored many of my songs indeed, and she inspired many, many more. Whilst living, we collaborated frequently, you see.
But weren't you the famous one? I don't understand why she doesn't share your renown.
It is but one of life's injustices, I fear. I always sang her praises every chance I had, and she asserted herself splendidly. Yet even still, our listeners believed our songs, they came from me. What else could I have done?
I don't exactly know the ways of mortals, mate, but I'm pleased to hear you always giving credit where it's due.
I know no other way, my friend.
Look, Eurydice, I promise not to bother you with this each time, but you should know your husband's shattered by what happened with the two of you. He's genuinely sorry, and he loves you very deeply still, I'm sure of it.
And what am I supposed to do with that, Your Royal Majesty?
I don't know yet. Though you know what? You shouldn't take my word for it. You should take his.
Don't think I'll be running into him anytime soon, from what I understand. But you're the Hades kid. You want to pull some strings on our behalf? Go right ahead, I guess. But I won't hold my breath. Even if I could.
Eurydice, can I ask you for a favor here? Not that you owe me anything, but would you hear me out?
Yeah, sure, hon. What is it? Though you'd better not be asking for my recipes. Closely guarded family secret. I'd say I'd take them to my grave, but yeah.
It's not your recipes, though they are wonderful. It's your song. I'm sure it'd be a hit around the house, and I know someone who really needs to hear it. Don't suppose you've got a parchment copy I could have?
Your Royal Majesty, you want my song? You are aware it's called Good Riddance, right? But sure, why not? If music's gonna be playing in your house, it might as well be great. And let me give you something to go with it.
I got you something, Orpheus. It's a new song, from someone who still cares for you.
My friend, you wrote a song for me. Oh, but this is not from you, it's from Eurydice. No. I don't know what to say.
Take all the time you need, mate.
What happens now, hun? What I mean is, now you got me thinking about Orpheus again. So, what am I supposed...
Even if you can't be together right now, I hope it feels better knowing how much he cares for you. And I will try to pull some strings like you said. I can't make promises where my father's concerned, but I'll do everything I can.
Well, what can I tell you? Thanks, Your Royal Majesty. That means a lot. No pressure, though. I've been all right without him all this time, and I will be all right no matter what. If only he could say the same.
What news of late about Eurydice, my friend? She is as delicate as I described, no doubt. Ah, but I am dwelling on her once again, it seems.
I knew she was a talented musician, mate, but you never let on that she is an amazing chef as well. She's been hospitable to me each time we've met, though you still seem to be a bit of a sore subject.
How very understandable indeed. Were I to have been failed to be rescued from the depths of hell, mere moments from escape, I too would be quite cross with my attempted rescuer, and for quite some time.
I'm working on it, mate. Hey, mate. What do you say we share this over in the lounge?
Oh, certainly, why? I don't see why not. I mean, it's not as though I've got something to do that isn't that. And anyways, I oughtn't have looked back. I mean, the moral of the story is to not look back when you are told not to look back. You understand, don't you, my friend?
Don't look back, huh? I'll try not to. Though you can't be blamed for doing it yourself just the one time. What happened to you, it wasn't fair, if you ask me.
I quite enjoyed our outing, Zagreus, so I suppose I shall be seeing you around.
Take care, mate. Nix, you ever have a burning urge to find the case files for the circumstances under which our court musician bound himself to eternal servitude here in this house, and forever lost his opportunity to be with his beloved muse? I was wondering if you had a remedy for that.
Our court musician brings a certain peace to this abode, my child. But you may discover, once you find his case files in section Zeta Pi Omega upper beta folder, that the consequences that he suffers may be quite in excess of his trespasses.
Zeta Pi Omega upper beta folder. I'll look into it as soon as possible. Should have a look in the administrative chamber there. Contract I'm looking for should be back there.
Nestled among the towering administrative parchment work of the long-since deceased lies an old document concerning a special pact signed by a once-living court musician who attempted vainly to rescue his wife from death.
Okay, it should be dispatched over to the house contractor now. Orpheus's contract. I can release him. In the name of Hades, I hereby release Orpheus from the terms of his pact.
What? Where did you unearth that blasted contract? You voided the contract with our court musician. Used your own authority against me.
So what if I did? Just gives him a bit of a break from time to time. He's still your court musician, isn't he?
He is. And he knows better than to undermine me, I think. Though I suppose the Queen would take your side that he has paid his dues in full by now.
He has.
I saw you voided the old pact between Orpheus and your father. So now he gets to see his wife from time to time?
He does, and I did that. I think we can stand to see a little less of him if it means he can be happier for the remainder of eternity.
You really need to learn to stop meddling in others' affairs. Did either of them even ask your help? I can't imagine Orpheus did, and I'm guessing his wife's feelings were complicated too, from what I know of the circumstances of their final meeting.
What? Orpheus is my mate, then? And I came to know his muse, Eurydice, as well. They still had feelings for each other, but with no way to communicate.
So you decided to step in. I think my instincts on the subject are just not the same as yours. I know your intentions were in the right place, but you know what? Forget it.
Sam, wait.
Hey, I didn't mean to lay the guilt on you for what you did for Orpheus, Zag. I just worry when we get involved, we can make matters worse.
You haven't ever made anything worse then. But as for me, I realized what you meant. I was so eager to do something for Orpheus when I first met Eurydice, I never asked them if it was okay.
At least things turned out well for them. But that was fortunate. Family troubles, personal relations, and the like. It's sensitive business. Though, who am I to talk? You didn't ask me to show up like this.
I'm glad you did that, then.
Why, Zacharias, how wonderful to see you here. Eurydice and I, we've been catching up for all the time we spent apart.
Yeah, so if you would excuse us for a little while, hun. I'm not finished catching up with him just yet. But first, before you go... Hey, listen here a moment, Hades kid. Look, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for bringing Orphe back to me again and everything.
Eurydice, you're more than welcome, really. You've helped me through the flames of hell time after time. Least I could do is coax old Orpheus out of his private pit of despair so you and he could set things right between the two of you.
Well, you're a real sweetheart, hun. You'll still be seeing Orphe all the time around your house, but now I get to see him too. Nice having something to look forward to, you know? Bet someone out there feels that about you.
Hey, Orpheus, you're back. How was your trip? I hope it was all right.
It was more than all right, my friend. Why, it was positively inspirational. But I've returned as promised to this house. My love is there, whilst my responsibilities are here.
You sound despondent again, mate. You must wish you were there right now. I'm sorry you had to come all the way back.
Oh, on the contrary, Zacharias. It dawned upon me that having some distance between my responsibilities and my domestic life, why, it is not so bad. Besides, Charon makes travel to and fro quite simple for me, really.
Great to hear it. I can only imagine.
I'm pleased to know my new, more flexible arrangement remains to your satisfaction still, my lord. I must admit I feared that my departure would result once more in a protracted stay within the pits of Tartarus.
Don't give me such ideas, Orpheus. Instead, you go about your business there and play your blasted songs when circumstances call for it.
I shall be happy to oblige, my lord. Eurydice and I are grateful for your magnanimity.
Good thing that's settled then.
Hey, what's the matter, Your Royal Majesty? You're looking kind of down. Normally you're all smiles for whatever reason.
Oh, well, looking back, all the stuff between you and Orpheus, I realized, well, I hope I wasn't too pushy about the whole thing. It wasn't any of my business to pry into your personal life. I should have asked.
Oh, that? Come on, don't even worry about it. If you were being too pushy, you better believe I would have put you back in your place, royalty or not. But hey, can't ever be too careful when it comes to people's past and feelings and stuff, right?
Hey, you're singing in the blood after all, Orpheus. Thank you for taking my request.
Oh, it is certainly my pleasure, Zacharias. This song of Eurydice's and mine, I've a connection to it, I suppose. Reminded me of some fond memories.
So Orpheus was finally able to reunite with Eurydice because of you, my son. Oh, I'm so glad. Your father's arrangement with him was quite severe. Though he did ask for a lot for a mortal soul to return to the land of the living.
Is it even possible for Father to return a mortal back to life if he so chose? Just by letting their shade escape or something?
Oh, I've no idea. Probably not. But we were so moved by Orpheus's plea and song that, well, I think your father took pity on him.
Wait, we were so moved? You were there when Orpheus came to try and rescue Eurydice.
I was. Your father knew I loved their music. Imagine my surprise to see him as our court musician here.
I'd no idea.
Hey, Prince, I saw that Orpheus. He got some time away. Did you do that? He's visiting his muse, that's what he said. That's so exciting. I mean, they've been separated the whole time they've been dead.
They have a lot of catching up to do for sure, though I think they're going to be all right.